Ping and I'm at Necrofest.
You Swank the Tank and I'm at Necrofest. Saint Vitus.
The obvious one is like the lineup, but in general I just feel like we're more established in like reflecting what we want to do instead of like accidentally doing something that people like, you know what I mean? So like now we're like thinking a little bit more about like how we want to sound and you know, it's like we're still playing around, you know, we're not taking it too seriously, but it's a little more contrived. I think you just have to be persistent. Like we're taking Deterioration on to our headliner tour.
Yeah.
They're much more DIY band and they've been around for like over 20 years. And you know, when we first suggested them, maybe like some of the higher up people weren't that interested because they didn't understand what we were trying to bring to the forefront, which is the thing that is not already in the forefront. So like they're more interested in recycling what they know is comfortable. And we would like to kind of press things that maybe like deserve to be where they weren't were.
You know, don't be like naive to it. Because I mean, there's still bands that do big shit, but they're doing everything themselves. They're completely DIY like us. You know, like when we get shirts and stuff printed, we're setting that up. You know, when we go out on tour, we're the ones that are driving. We're the ones typically selling our merch, pushing things out there. We kind of handle like PR and everything for us too, so nothing's handed to you in this world. Like you got to work your ass off, and respect's earned. It's not just something that's given to you. So
I think the easiest way for me to express what is behind the curtain that you don't understand is that, like, you know, what you see on the internet and what we put out is like, it's advertisement for the most part. So like what your idea of us involving our advertisement, you gotta understand, like we're all in the same game. So like we're just doing our best to like get people interested in what we're doing. But that doesn't reflect who the fuck we are. So if you're judging who we are based off our pathetic attempt to advertise the best we can, well, you gotta understand that like just because I'm not good at advertising doesn't mean that that reflects who I am at all. So I think that's the easiest way to express like what you don't know is what you don't know. So you know, maybe give it a second chance. Maybe come talk to us, and then maybe you'll feel differently about whatever your pre-contrived idea is of us.
Oh, pathetic.
Chop on someone's head! No, nobody stand still, New York! Over Jesse's road, blood is leaking out. They're just looking dark, getting distant way.
You know, I think our live performances really speak for themselves, and the atmosphere that we kind of bring. It's one giant party, or it's a fucking war zone, and. If you don't fuck with that, then it's just not going to be for you, you know, plain and simple.
I think like the DIY aspect is one thing that makes it really cool. It's like you can go to a show and then you can meet the people that are performing, and like it's like a more intimate and close relationship.
I was a really angry kid growing up, kind of an outcast, like in my school and everything. You know, I played sports, but I didn't really have like similar interests with like anybody in that clique. You know, metal was kind of like that outlet. It was always there for me to like get that anger out or use it as like motivation to make that anger that I have and use it for something productive. You know, and growing up watching videos of like Pantera, you know, playing Monsters of Rock, and Phil Anselmo's like commanding a crowd, and I'm just looking at that like, damn, that's fucking sick. Or seeing, you know, Sepultura and Max Cavalera telling everybody to fuck it up, just going uno, dos, tres, and then get right into it. And it's just like, dude, that's it. Same brain, like that's what I want to do. So I think it's the coolest music in the entire world. There's nobody close, you know, there's no style of music that's close. Spiderhole, go on the internet and fucking find some obscure shit that you would never think you would listen to, because chances are you might like it. Go to a record store and find a CD with cool artwork and just give it a chance, you know? Because like I feel like there's a lot of cool bands that are definitely have like much deserved like popularity and stuff, but there's still a lot of underground bands that go completely unnoticed, and I personally appreciate those underground bands way more than the fucking like mainstream popular bands. So, you know, don't be a dork and listen to Scattered Remnants and Mortal Decay and Gorgasm and Pyrexia and Internal Bleeding and Dehumanized, Malamore. Listen to all the sick shit that we tell you to listen to because it's fucking sick.
I want to shout out to the NYDM scene. I want to shout out to bands like Malignancy, Mortician, Malamore, Dehumanized, Partisan Turbine, Revenants, Internal fucking Bleeding. And last but not least, who can forget fucking Suffocation. And Hallucination Realized from fucking Rochester.
I think it's all the lifer mentality, man. Like, if you find a band that tours their asses off, it's because they like the style of music that they're playing. They're about it. They're not just some fucking hired gun or some kind of poser that's, you know, they're actually like into this shit. And that's something with us. Like, you know, we play this shit because we love a gnarly like style of music, and we love that atmosphere of playing the music and just people getting into it, whether they're dancing or whether they're fucking shit up. So yeah, I just think that that lifer mentality is definitely prevalent with the bands that are true or not, you know.
I found you with the brick, going wrong. Read the death of the death. Now was my flesh is born to the noise.
What advice would you give like someone who wants to be like Cody Davidson?
Yeah, you got to figure out what you like about it, and you got to understand what you like about it that maybe other people aren't highlighting. And if nobody's highlighting what you like, that's your space to kind of put your interests and reflect what you like and what's unique about what you like about it. And I think people will resonate with that in general. So the best advice to me is to like, to put it simply, is to be original. But like, why do you want to be original? Well, it's because like, you know, you might have something to say that nobody else could say better than you, but you won't know that until you try it. So once I started just doing shit that I thought was cool and not worrying about how much everybody else was going to resonate with it, I think I started to do something a little bit special. Like I said earlier, like if you want to be original, figure out what you like that maybe not everybody likes, and see how you can like highlight that, and that's like a reflection about everything we do. It's like what we're trying to do is be like, you know, you listen to a whole song, you're like, but that part, that's the coolest part. And then you got to figure out how to like regurgitate that feeling in your own words. Yeah. Think of a better term.
I think the coolest thing about it is there's not personally like an aesthetic. There's not like a theme around everything. It's more so just kind of shots in the dark. Like, this is cool.
It's organic.
We fuck with this, and we put it out there. And you know, when you do that, you take the risk of like people liking it or not. And if they don't, then cool, you're gonna like the next merch run because it's gonna be basically entirely different. And you know, that's you know, I think having a full-on aesthetic kind of shoots yourself in the foot because you're subjected to look like you're a gimmick or a joke.
Yeah, you're like, you know, pigeonholing yourself.
Right. So like, you know, instead of like having a theme like a snow monster or whatever, like it's some fucked up drug shit, or a cartoon getting fucked up, or some naked body like assembled in a weird way. You know, we always try to not push the envelope, but more so just like what appeals to us. We put it out there because either we think it's fucking hilarious, or we think it's fucked up, or we think it'll just look cool on a shirt, you know? That's basically what it is. They not only like just have to like get along, but they gotta want, everyone's gotta wanna do it. And you know, that's something that is hard, you know, when being in projects with different kinds of people, is like, me, I'm down to play a one-off show forever away because it's gonna be a good time, and I ain't got fucking anything else going on. But other people, they'll be like, man, fuck this. It's just a pain in the ass. And you know, so I think just being down for whatever is probably the best thing you could have, best quality you could have with being in a band or being a band member. And another thing too is just, you know, when you're close corners with people, you're not just a bandmate, like you're basically part of their family or their roommate, you know, so got to look out for one another. You always got to check on even your strongest friends and make sure that everyone's in check and okay, and if not, all you need to be is a shoulder for them. So basically just being a stand-up person is already going to take you so far, and then you got to have riffs, because if you don't, that's a serious medical condition and you will die a very quick, painful death from it. So luckily we have an arsenal of fucking riffs from everybody, especially this guy. He's the king of riffs. But yeah, just be a good person and have riffs.
A gnarly kick drum sound, a gnarly snare sound, a gnarly riff, and something fucked up to talk about.
Yeah. Growls, gutturals, squeals, snorts, whatever dumbass noise you can make, put it on there. That's it.
Oh yeah, Necrofest 2023, Sanguisugabogg coming at your bitch ass.